Welcome back to part 2 of my mini-series. In today's video I decided to share my unpopular opinions. However, they will mostly be about K-pop songs and K-pop music in general. Of course, as usual, don't get offended if you disagree with me, and please be respectful when forming your opinion. And I'm sure we can have a good conversation. Anyways, on to the first opinion. 1. The You Can't Sit With Us rap wasn't even half bad. And what I mean by that is that it isn't anything revolutionary at all, but I honestly don't mind listening to it. It was very forced, and I don't know who told Soloist to start rapping out of nowhere, but it isn't the menace y'all made it out to be. It was actually very surprising to me, and it got me hooked. It reminds me of the Switch in Next Level. If you like it, you like it, and I feel like the general public puts too many labels on things that they then become hard to approach. Just because the majority dislikes a certain song doesn't mean you have to. 2. The majority of Luna's solos are disappointing, as I can only name a few that actually had potential and aged good for me, and those would be one and only Eclipse and Love Cherry Motion. Other than those, the others are generic. Now take this with a grain of salt, because I like Luna and I admire the hard work put into the solos, but the majority of them are just very forgettable. I mean, I feel like it was all just for the lore and nothing else. They all have cute music videos, but then most of them are skips. This isn't to say Luna have bad music, because that's not true. Their B-sides are what seal the deal for me. Nobody asked, but I personally really like Universe, Dance on My Own, and Stylish. 3. Woojin's solo debut surpasses anything he did and would have done in Stray Kids. Now where do I even start on this one? I'm extremely glad Woojin fought for what he wanted. He is a soloist now and is thriving. His music is beautiful, and I nearly shed a tear whilst listening to Still Dream. If you're still caught up on the whole Woojin bullied Stray Kids and Woojin predator accusations, then you need to actually go outside and touch some grass. It's diabolical how people tried to still tear him down after his debut. Anyways, that was a bit of a rant, but what I mean by saying that Woojin is thriving solo and without Stray Kids is that he was just a bit overshadowed in SKZ. He couldn't really show his potential, which led to him being the quote-unquote underrated member. I'm honestly just glad he is doing what he wants and staying true to himself, because there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I just want to know, why on earth did y'all act like he committed a crime leaving Stray Kids? He didn't do shit to you guys, so stop pointing fingers. Ultimately, if he is happy, then I'm happy as well. 4. Bad Boy didn't age as well as y'all said. Most people have the narrative of Bad Boy best Red Velvet era, Bad Boy best Velvet concept, but I just don't see it. In my opinion, it was way too overplayed, and I'm sick of it. Whenever I hear this song,
I want to hit myself.
Girl Crush isn't really my favorite concept. I just don't really vibe with it most of the time, and Girl Crush doesn't age well. And this whole era was hardcore Girl Crush. I'm not saying you can't have your own opinion on Bad Boy, but personally I don't think it aged well, and I don't think it's that good of a song really. I used to like it, but now it's a skip. But I'm glad it was a really successful comeback for Red Velvet, but unfortunately it just isn't for me. Power Up and Really Bad Boy outsold. 5. I feel bad for whoever in NCT gets that solo album first. I briefly mentioned this in my community post, but I wanted to speak more about it here. In all honesty, NCT is a group of 23 hard-working men, and they all have their solo stans and akgis. So whoever in NCT gets a proper solo album first, and I'm not talking about SM Station, I'm talking full solo debut, they better watch their ass, because they have 23 men, and if one person gets their solo, they are going to be attacked for getting quote-unquote special privilege. And it's gonna be hard, but it will be well deserved. For the first solo album, I have my bets on a 127 member, but who knows. 6. Having good music in K-pop doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't, because K-pop stans will eat up anything you throw at them. K-pop was invented for people to live their dreams, not please us. That's just a bonus. Stan culture has become so saturated that I barely see anyone acknowledging good music anymore. All I see is ignorant people, fan wars, and uneducated K-pop stans. Some stans are weird. Like a lot of them don't even enjoy the music but stay in the fandom anyways. Just say you're here for the shipping and go. But as I said, people only acknowledge the bad music and never praise the good. Nowadays I've been seeing a similar debut pattern. Just debut with a lot of visuals and have an underwhelming title track. Sorry for being a bit nettlesome, but I just really needed to get that off my chest. 7. People always preach about double standards between male and female idols but never acknowledge the ones between group members. I fully agree with the opinion that there is a lot of misogyny in the K-pop industry, but people forget about double standards between members. Okay, let's take Stray Kids as an example. When Woojin's accusations came out, everyone was quick to believe the accuser, including myself. But when Hyunjin's quote-unquote bullying accusations came out, everyone was like, oh no, Hyunjin wouldn't be able to be a bully. He's too cute for that. I don't believe it. See the problem there? I myself also had this narrative and I never understood why I could believe Woojin's accusations but not Hyunjin's accusations. And do you wanna know the answer why? It's because of pretty privilege. No hate to Hyunjin, but a lot of his stans are pick-me people, and just because he is cute people went to defend him straight away. When the allegations about Woojin came out, people started saying that they could finally call him ugly because that's what they thought of him when he was in Stray Kids. That is so messed up. That was just an example, but it can happen to any idol of any group, and it's absolutely ridiculous. We need to give everyone the same amount of energy. Lives in my head rent-free. As an era collectively, I feel like nobody ever talks about Be Natural, and it's always so low on ranking Red Velvet's title track videos. Whilst overall the song is good, the era as a whole was pretty boring. The only reason I click on the video is to watch the rap verse. In my opinion, that's the best part of the song, and TY slander will not be tolerated on this channel. I see a lot of people saying the rap ruined this song, but I really disagree. In my opinion, it saved the song. 9. Being an all-rounder does not equal going solo. Just because you can sing well, dance well, and maybe even rap doesn't mean you should become a soloist. On stage you are the only person you can rely on. You see, that's why a lot of soloists flop. You can't be boring as a soloist or nobody is going to want to stan you. Take Somi for example. Can she sing? Yes. Can she dance? Yes. Does she have presence? Yes. Is she funny? Yes. But she just doesn't really give off a soloist vibe. And her solo career has been pretty much bland so far. So when I see people saying any idol should become a soloist, I become very taken aback. Because anyone can become a soloist, but only a few can actually take it to success. A few examples of successful soloists are IU, Chungha, Sunmi, and even Taeyeon. They are great examples of what a soloist should look like. So we can't just call everyone we see the next IU or Chungha, because that's never going to happen. You have to build up your own name. 10. OOO is better than most 2021 K-pop releases. The Girls' Planet Signal song is so addicting. The choreography is frickin' hard, but nevertheless it's fun to dance to. The song is so addicting. The final lineup better make an OT9 version of Over and Over because it's that good of a song. Nothing scandalous really, I just wanted to say that this song is a bop and should be on everyone's playlist. And it outsold most comebacks this year. Those were 10 unpopular K-pop opinions. I know some of them felt like more of a rant and my thoughts instead of opinions, but I needed to get them out somewhere. Nevertheless, hope you enjoyed this mediocre video. Until we meet again.